This is Project Zomboid, a very hardcore survival zombie game. I believe, actually I don't even know how long I've had this game. It's been an incredibly long time, but I've never really played it. It's just been sitting there in my Steam inventory like the many other games, which I'm sure you have a similar thing going on with yours. And it's just been kind of gathering dust. Now, unfortunately, that's terrible because this is genuinely a really good game. A game that I just let sit there for way too long. I don't really know how to play it, and I know it's extremely difficult. I attempted a couple runs before this just to get a little bit, acquainted with it, just to understand the mechanics a tiny bit at least. But it's a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive much, but the idea for this whole playthrough is to try and learn how to build a off-grid base. Now, I've read that it's good to get your books in this game, gather books. They do a lot. Oh, that's great. It's good to gather books, especially at the beginning of the game, just so that you get your skills up, and it's best to do it now since you're not really hungry or anything like that. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I know a couple different tricks, don't run if you don't need to because it's just going to make noise and it's going to get zombies on your back pretty easily. Don't go through broken glass. That's I learned that the hard way. Don't do that. If you have a weapon, best way to do it is to break the glass and pass through it when it's all gone. I've also learned that you can take off the curtains and make them into bandages, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. Now, I really wanted to do a off-grid build in this game, and I know building's quite a difficult task in here. It's not as straightforward as you might think it would be. Oh, there's a gun case here, what? So I know it's going to take some time to build stuff, and running into the forest just straight away is not exactly what you call a good idea. But we'll see how that goes, and we'll see what that brings us. So you can see this game, it's a very complicated game. There's a ton of things to do, and ultimately, I know in the last video I said that the other game I was playing, Surrounded, is like the ultimate survival game, but I think this kind of beats it in many aspects, especially if you think about it in the realism way and the detail way. For those of you who have not played this game but have played RimWorld, it's probably the best comparison I can do in terms of actual realism and focus on detail. You know how you can stub a toe and die in RimWorld? Well, this is kind of similar to that. We found a fedora, so I'm going to instantly wear that. This game can be very unforgiving. It's going to punish you for every little mistake that you make. You're just going to end up having to restart. That's what happened many of the times when I was first playing. Ended up being a terrible run for me straight away. But you know what? You have to learn some way. That's probably the best way to learn. It's just to play the game. And that's exactly what I want to try and do with this playthrough here. If this is your first time experiencing this game, then welcome to it. It's going to be a bumpy ride, that's for sure. But we seem to be okay. There's a nice little guy over here. We seem to be fairly alone, which is good. That means we can kind of get started in this place. Okay, what? We started off in a house that we can't open the doors to. That's kind of ridiculous. I chose my character to be carpenter, mainly for the fact that I want to build a base in here, and I know carpentry will get you along quite far from the beginning. So what I'm going to do first is sit down on the ground and read this, was it the farming magazine or the hunter? We'll read this first, and I hope that will be a good way to... Okay, are we done? Did we read that? That was insanely quick. Okay, I guess that's read. Let's read the farming one then in that case. As you can see, we're getting hungry already, or peckish as it says here. But we can sort that out because this place we started off with has quite a bit of food. What I'm going to do though is put these back where they were, just so we don't kind of encumber ourselves straight off the bat. Now, just eating raw ingredients is not really a good way to go in this game. Not going to get you very far in terms of the food. What I found here is a peanut butter, so I'm going to eat all of that. If this is anything like real life, then that should fill us up pretty generously. We're well fed now, so I'm guessing that worked. I have no idea what the map is like, but I just realized we can see where we actually are, so that's good. So the more we explore, the better. It'll probably be best to sneak around in certain situations. Maybe walking in the middle of the town like this is not the best idea I've ever had in my life. Probably going to get overrun with zombies in a bit. But, okay, cool. I already heard something scary in the background. What I'm going to do is go on this map. Hopefully we don't die whilst we do that. And I'm going to place a marker here for a little house. It requires a pen or a pencil. See, this is what I mean about the detail in this game. I didn't know you'd actually need a need something to write with. So let's look for a pen or a pencil. I'm sure there's one somewhere in this house. There we go. We've got the pencil. So I'll just go along with this and try my best to do something decent in the playthrough. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the playthrough I had yesterday. It took me 5 characters to get anything going, and the only reason I got going on the next one was because I spawned in a police station and I actually had guns and a weapon. The fact that we got some weapons to start off with is going to be massive, because doing anything without weapons is already a death sentence in this game. Take this off, because as you can see in this game, whenever you sweat, you actually, get wet, and it's a debuff. It's an automatic debuff. So you have to manage everything down to the last minute detail. So I'm going to reload my shotgun, even though it's pretty much going to be of no use, because as soon as you fire a weapon in this game, every single zombie in this neighborhood will be after us. We're going to need to get an axe, so seems pretty clear. I think we're going to risk it. We're going to smash the window, remove the broken glass, get in here as fast as possible, loot the place. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. My guess is we've already alerted about 15 zombies and they're going to be coming after us. So sprinting there, you saw me sprint. That's a mistake. Don't do that. You do not want to be attracting any unwanted attention to yourself. And sprinting is just the way to do that. It's much louder in the game. Again, this is stuff I'm telling you from things I've learned from watching shorts of this game. I haven't done enough research yet, but we'll get there and we'll figure it out eventually. All right, let's take this guy out. So that seems to be a really good... oh my god, look, he's got earbuds. Modern zombie. Ideally, it would be good to find a car as well. I've heard it's harder to find ones with gas in them, so that's good. Let's see what we can find in here. Garden saw. We're actually going along with this pretty well. We might be able to get a proper build going here soon. Can I put this in here, or are we out of space? No, we got it. Okay. So we might be able to actually start getting a house built somewhere. I know we're going to need nails, which I haven't found yet, but I don't think they're stupidly rare. FYI, I did choose a slightly easier difficulty in here, if that made any difference. There was a thing where I could choose what sort of playstyle I do, and I said builder for mine, so hopefully that actually makes it a little bit easier to do these things. And there's a magnum. To be honest, this is a cozy little house. Maybe live here for a bit, or at least sleep. Could be dangerous. I mean, there's a couple zombies here. If we clear them, might be the way. I'll try and take care of these 2 guys first. What I'm going to do is close the curtains to this room, and maybe we'll be able to survive in this little house for a bit. The shotgun's your best bet if you're a character with pretty much no shooting experience. A shotgun's going to make it pretty easy to shoot at something because you don't need to be accurate, but if you try and use a rifle as your first weapon, you're not going to get very far. You're going to end up missing your shots, and all you're going to do is make a bunch of noise and get zombies on your back. Alright, I think it's time to have a lie down. We'll see if we survive the night. We might just wake up dead, so let's see how that goes. Okay, middle of the night. This game genuinely terrifies me. This might not be like your everyday zombie game that nighttime's actually worse, the more zombies come out. This might just be hard enough as it is, so they kind of let you off with that one. Doors open. That's good. There's also a zombie in here. I'm gonna try and take care of it. I've never cooked in this game, so let's see if we can. Place it on the stove there. Oh, okay. Do we transfer this onto here and we turn it on? I have no idea how this works. So apparently I've got the oven on. Oh, it's cooking. Okay, that's pretty cool. Actually. So recently I've discovered that I'm greatly obsessed with outdoors, like camping and survival stuff. I love watching those sort of videos, Outdoor Boys, you got the classics. And I've been trying to find that in games, and I think this game will probably be the most accurate when it comes to something like this. I don't think there's a game that will portray survival as well as this. There's just so many aspects that you have to take care of in this game and so many things you have to watch out for that I genuinely think this could be a massive game just on its own without the zombies. There it is. Now it's burning. So, empty frying pan.
Empty frying pan.
Where did he empty it? Did he throw it on the floor? Where's my salmon? I guess we're gonna have to try it again. Oh, it's even better now. So let's grab that. Let's not empty it this time. That way. Yep, that's how we do it. And there we go. Success. What I'm not going to do is carry all that stuff with us because I feel like carrying all this stuff is going to be pretty detrimental to our health. There's another garage here which I want to check out. And these 2 cars there. They're probably not going to work, but I want to see if you can just try and, you know, unlock any vehicle that you see in the game. Okay, we've got a zombie here on us. The axe is incredibly powerful. Seems this garage has no window, which sucks. I don't know how to get into it. Also, I did read that it's good to look around on the floor nearby things like a car because you can often find keys and stuff there. So maybe there's a key to the garage on the floor. Now we're not gonna get that lucky apparently. Alright, I do want to check out those cars, but there is a zombie there, so we're gonna probably have to take care of it first. You know, I don't know if this sneaking around is that necessary. And, okay. So I learned this as well the other day. Holding V opens up a menu for these things. What can we do here? Device options, horn, AC, switch seat. So nothing by the seats. Glove box, there we go. Alcohol wipes. Grab those, they're going to be useful. Sometimes you can find the keys to a car in here, so that's why I'm looking. I'm going to take care of these zombies because I feel like they're going to be a threat. Oh, let's go into this car and have a look if there's anything worth doing here. Mainly we want to look around garages. I think garages are going to be our best bet as to finding nails or any houses that seem to have like a utility cupboard or something like that. I think there's some sort of a utility cupboard here. A rifle. That's kind of nuts. But these rifles are not going to get you very far in the game. It will be useful to come back for something like that. That rifle's not going to get us very far because we're not a very high shooting level. That's a 0. That's not going to get us anywhere with a rifle. We're going to miss all of our shots. Let's move on to the next one. And we're going to loot a couple more houses and then we'll call it a day for now. More interesting stuff going on in this game. I might progress a little bit off camera and then try and get you guys to some more interesting stuff. I did kind of want to show you my first impressions of this game as well because these are my first impressions. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Oh, okay, wait. I did hear this is a good way to get stuff and level up your carpentry. We're apparently carrying too much now, probably because of the wooden axe, right? But I want to see what happens. So we get some planks out of that. I also realized all our tools got transferred to here, so that's probably what's causing all of this. So disassembling stuff's going to get us some good things out of that. Overall, I did not realize how massive the map is on this game. That was a shock to me. I did not know that there was that much you can personally do in here. Now please tell me some of these windows are unlocked. No luck. Okay, we got lucky. Again. Some wire and no nails. No nails whatsoever. Incredibly sad. On to the next garage and then we'll call it a day for then. Okay, we got some activity. So I also read that it's best to stomp zombies out when they're on the floor rather than use your weapon because that just unnecessarily damages it. But with that, you also damage your shoes. So you have to kind of, you know, pick and choose what you want to damage. But obviously, it's going to be a much better idea to damage your shoes than it is to damage your weapon. We have 0 nails. No nails. What's it? No, don't take the car. Probably not the best idea to leave all your doors open in a zombie survival situation, you know. Some of them could creep up in there, or you can get some unwanted guests. I know there's no, like, bandits or anything in this game, but you know what? You couldn't have known that. So this is our temporary base, I guess. It's this little cozy home. We'll call it a base for now. I'll kind of put my stuff away in here for a bit. Just collect things, put them in our fridge, make sure it doesn't go rotten. Didn't get much done in this one, but we did get kitted out. I mean, we're kind of covered in blood. You can wash a couple of these things away. We've got a bit of kit, so we know what we're doing. We're going to make our way over to the forest as soon as we possibly can after I find some nails and such, and we can start building a little off-grid cabin. With that, I'm going to finish up this episode. I hope you did enjoy chilling out and watching some of this. You're probably a veteran at this game watching this video. I'm definitely not. I'm far from it. And if you got any tips to leave in the description, in the comments section, then please do, because this game is terribly difficult. So yeah, hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video, and take care.